Hey everyone, Care Mycue again here from Cathartic Clarity, an online community where heart-centered humans explore the intersection of personal growth, intuition, and AI-driven transformation. Today we're going to unpack some of the insights from the recent Oprah Winfrey event called AI and the Future of Us. She interviewed a good handful of leading experts in the field of AI. And I really appreciated how Oprah kept the conversation grounded by repeatedly asking everyone, what are their fears? What are their concerns? What keeps you up at night? This wasn't just a one-off question, but a recurring theme that brought out valid responses from each expert. This really helped paint a full picture of both the excitement, but also the weight of what AI means for all of us. It's important to keep asking those hard questions, to keep the dialogue real and open. So let's get started. The first person on deck was Sam Altman from OpenAI. Sam shared some pretty exciting ideas about where AI is headed. He talked about AI's ability to understand and predict our language, which is really changing how we interact with technology as well as each other. Sam is at the forefront of ChatGPT, and he really is thinking super big about the future, like AI helping us design our homes or solve complex global challenges. At one point, Oprah mentioned that she had seen a headline that said Sam was the most powerful and perhaps most dangerous man on the planet. And she asked, I'm wondering how that sits with you. Sam seemed a little bit taken aback by that question, and he kind of hung his head, and he said it felt strange to hear her say that, and that he definitely doesn't feel like the most powerful person. Instead, he views his role as a chance to nudge AI in a positive direction for everyone. Now, that's a big responsibility, and while I do believe that he believes he is taking it seriously, there was something about Sam's response that made me pause. He's making decisions that will absolutely shift what it means to be human. And while that power does not rest solely on his shoulders whatsoever, he is at the forefront. And that's a lot of power in the hands of an elite few. It's crucial that leaders like Sam fully grasp the impact of their work, not just on some of us, but on all of humanity, today and for all the days to follow. This isn't just about building cool tech, it's about shaping the way humans think and behave. We need AI pioneers to show true humility and awareness of their role. I would have been much more comfortable if he had said, in many ways, I am, and I take that responsibility very seriously. Again, this is not all on him, but I just hope he takes that question a bit more deeply. Next up on the list was Marques Brownlee, a well-known technology reviewer who showcased AI-generated videos and highlighted the remarkable progress that AI has made in creating realistic videos. It's fascinating to see how far AI has come in just 1 year. It sparked a famous aha moment for Oprah too. Her jaw just kind of dropped and hung there. You could see it was just sort of hitting her in waves. Anyway, Marques used an analogy at one point comparing the evolution of AI to past technological evolutions like cars and smartphones and the internet. He mentioned how these technologies were confusing at first, but eventually they became part of our daily lives as we figured out the rules and the regulations needed to integrate them safely into society. While Marques made a compelling point, there's a crucial difference with AI that makes his analogy just fall flat. Unlike earlier technologies that evolved and integrated over decades, AI is changing things at an unprecedented pace. Traditional tech like computers took years, even decades, to undergo significant changes, allowing society time to adapt gradually. Regulations and societal norms could develop in tandem with the technology's integration. However, AI is a whole different ballgame. It's not just evolving, it's doing so exponentially and without pause. This rapid pace doesn't allow the same natural societal diffusion or the slow, steady adjustment period that we saw with past technologies. We're facing changes that are not only technical, but also that deeply affect societal structures, ethical norms, and even our understanding of human agency in a fraction of the time. This means we need to be more proactive, not just reactive. We don't have the luxury of waiting for AI technologies to settle into society because they are continuously advancing and transforming before we fully grasp their previous iterations. We need thoughtful, immediate engagement with these technologies, robust decisions about their implications, and quick action on regulations and guidelines to ensure they benefit all of society safely and equitably. Moving on now to the next segment with Tristan Harris and Aza Raskin. These two gentlemen brought a profound sense of humility and urgency to the understanding of AI's rapid development. They emphasize how AI isn't just another technology, it's something that's evolving again at an unprecedented speed, far outpacing our society's ability to adapt and regulate. Tristan made a powerful statement that really stuck with me. He said, AI is moving way faster and is more powerful in its impact on society than social media. I'm going to repeat that one. AI is moving way faster and is way more powerful in its impact on society than social media. That is a massive statement, considering the profound impact social media has had on our lives. Aza further drove the point home by highlighting that technological revolutions of the past had decades to integrate into society, decades we simply don't have with AI. This accelerated evolution brings both incredible benefits and significant risks, as the technology can simultaneously enhance and undermine the societal foundations that we rely on. Tristan cautioned us against getting too caught up in the question of whether AI is good or bad, and instead is urging us to consider whether it's happening at a pace that our society can respond appropriately to. I so resonated with their perspective, especially the emphasis on the urgent need for ethical oversight and robust legal frameworks. The block there, though, is that committees and legislatures in their current form are not capable of keeping up. We are in a bit of a wild, wild west here with AI development. New models are being introduced faster than we're even able to understand the previous ones. This rapid pace of development calls for proactive approach to AI governance. We need laws and regulations that can keep up with AI to ensure it develops in ways that benefit all of humanity and mitigate potential harms. The time to act is now, not after irreversible decisions have been made. Tristan also brought another important quote I want to read. He said, OpenAI's stated goal is to be able to build systems of AI that are even smarter than humans, because there's trillions of dollars to be made on the other side. And so now is the time for us to say, what are the choices that we want to make about how this technology comes out? He ended by saying that the leaders of this AI revolution, OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, the others, they need to be held accountable for the harms that they would create so that they can all be incentivized to pull back and go at the pace that they are able to help society be prepared and not be overwhelmed. Moving on to the next segment. FBI Director Christopher Wray had shared some alarming insights into how AI is being used to amplify criminal activities. One particularly striking example involved a child psychiatrist who misused decades-old photographs to create harmful content. This highlights an urgent and growing need for support systems for individuals who have been deeply affected by such misuse of this technology. Director Wray expanded on the challenges law enforcement faces with AI noting an increase in sophisticated crimes aided by advanced technologies. He expressed concern about the pace at which these threats are evolving, which are often outstripping our legal and regulatory frameworks. The stories shared by Director Wray bring to light the darker side of AI advancements. It's a stark reminder of the dual uses of technology and the importance of staying vigilant. As AI capabilities grow, so do the complexities of crimes. This conversation underscores the necessity for continual adaptation and enhancement of our legal and security frameworks to keep pace with technological advancements, not just to address the crimes of today, but to prepare for the challenges of tomorrow. Director Wray said, "All Americans should try to be more discerning consumers of information." He said, "It is incumbent on everyone in America to bring an intensified sense of focus and caution to the use of AI and how AI can be used by bad guys against all of us." So, in my own words, every human who cares about humanity needs to be proactive and careful about the information they trust and use, especially because there are people who are using AI to trick or harm us. In an era where misinformation can spread rapidly, the ability to critically evaluate information is more important than ever. Private online communities, like my very own Cathartic Clarity, are here to provide just such a sanctuary for sanity to prevail. That said, it also requires far more than just vigilance from the public. It calls for a concerted effort from government and technology providers to offer the tools and education that support this vital need for clear, trustworthy, and unbiased information. In the next segment, Oprah interviewed Bill Gates, who offered an optimistic view on how AI will revolutionize sectors like healthcare, education, and the workforce. He envisioned AI not only speeding up medical research, but also acting as a third-party consultant in healthcare settings, helping us to decode complex medical information and assist in treatment plans. While the advancements in healthcare AI that Bill discussed are promising, there's an underlying issue that needs addressing. That's prevention. It's vital to consider how AI can be used not just to treat, but to prevent diseases. For example, using AI to analyze environmental and dietary factors that contribute to health issues could shift our focus from treatment. This proactive approach could fundamentally alter the healthcare landscape by reducing the incidences of diseases like cancer before they even begin. Bill also suggested that increased productivity could lead to more leisure time and a better quality of life. However, for me, it raises important questions about economic models and income distribution. If we're working less, how are we compensated? Will this lead to greater income inequality, or can it spur a new way of valuing work and leisure? This part of the discussion felt a bit idealistic without addressing the practical implications of such a shift in the work patterns. Perhaps if he had had more time, he may have gone more into these aspects, but with the format of the show being what it was, that time just wasn't there. Finally, in the last segment of the event, Marilynne Robinson, a Pulitzer Prize-winning author, brought a unique and essential perspective to this discussion, emphasizing the importance of human wisdom, autonomy, and creativity to the age of AI. She voiced concerns about how AI might simplify tasks that are essential for human development and creativity, such as writing and critical thinking. Her cautionary take highlighted the risk of losing intrinsic human values to the convenience of AI. Marilyn's comments resonated deeply with my own mission. Her fears underscore the need for balance, ensuring that while we embrace technological advancements, we do not lose sight of what makes us human. I just want to point out here that the core workshops in my community, Cathartic Clarity, are specifically designed to help my members gain deep access to their inner wisdom and innate creativity so that they can share their unique gifts with the world and also help shape the future of humanity. So as this video comes to a close, I just want to share a few last key takeaways that I got from watching this very important event. In my opinion, as long as elite experts of AI believe that they are acting in humanity's best interest, the boundaries of AI development will continue to get pushed, and it will only be after we pushed it too far that they will come to realize they should have stopped sooner. I am a huge supporter and advocate of ethical and inclusive AI in service with humanity. This highlights a significant need for humility, a recognition that even with the best intentions, the scale of impact might tip without us even realizing it until it's too late. It's a call for a more cautious and reflective approach to AI development, prioritizing long-term human welfare over short-term technological advancements. While we can learn from the past, we must also recognize the unique challenges that AI presents. It's up to us, the global community, to stay informed, involved, and vigilant to shape an AI-augmented world that honors our collective values and well-being. We need to be as innovative in our approach to AI policy as we are to AI technology itself. This call to action isn't just for policymakers. It's a call to all of us to engage in AI ethically and responsibly. We must foster a proactive stance on AI policy and education to ensure public safety and trust. The segment from the FBI director not only highlights the immediate concerns, but also the long-term responsibilities we hold as a society in shaping the trajectory of AI development. As we dream about the potential of AI to transform society, it's crucial to also ground these discussions in reality, addressing not just the technological possibilities, but also the societal, economical, and ethical dimensions. This ensures that as we move forward, we do so in a way that benefits all members of society, not just a select few. Let's strive for integration of AI that supports and enhances human capabilities without undermining them, ensuring that technology serves us without replacing the uniquely human experiences that define our existence. One last thing about this event that just kind of nagged at me was this big question that was tossed up at the beginning about what is the agenda of this AI revolution? It's a big question. What are we aiming for with all of this advancement? But it felt like this question just hung there without a clear answer. When we ask such big questions, we need to be able to tackle them head on. And I don't feel like that happened. As I often say, the future of humanity will be shaped by those who learn to use AI today. So what do you all think? How can we ensure that the future of AI remains in the service of all humanity, not just a few? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. Let's keep this crucial conversation going. Remember, if you're curious about more ways that AI is shaping our world and about how we can interact with it more ethically and effectively, check out more discussions at catharticclarity.ai. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.